The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with SD Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games the Shop. I am your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, and Foxy, as we are here for the beginning of Day 3 of Division 1 in Season 2 of the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. We are here for the first game on Border. Quantum G1 are taking on Phoenix. And we'll be proceeding with the game nice and quickly on all of your home screens. Foxy, how do you feel today?
Oh, I feel amazing, Blackjack. We're back here on the Division 1 play days, and we know how Division 1 turns out to be all so while more interesting. And with that being said, we'll be seeing the first match come on. That is going to be Quantum G1 versus Phoenix. Quantum G1, so far, they've been topping the leaderboard. They are on the top of the leaderboard, for that matter. And what?
Okay, we already have a twister, a curveball coming out.
So a little conversation that Phoenix and Quantum G1 are having amongst themselves was they'll be having a little too, I would say, a little too overly focused targeted bans, and looks like the first ban is going to come out. That is going to be Sledge. Phoenix already starting off this match here with quite the momentum, I would say. Quantum G1 is going to bring out Takeaway, rather the Nomad. They don't want the Nomad to be played right now, as that is going to allow Phoenix to just make any possible runs that they want to. So I think we are in for a match that is going to be highly explosive on the way Border is as a map. There's so many places that you can just run out of. There's so many long hallways that you can even attempt a flank on. No matter, very useful operator on this map, but will be taken out. Third ban coming in is going to be the Mira, a very standard ban coming in. But looks like Sparko has just joined the lobby, only to realize that the sledge has been banned from the side of Phoenix. And I'm calling it right now. If Phoenix ban Jaeger, it is definitely a very targeted ban match coming up. They were hinting us that in the lobby as we were starting the matchup, but all right, it's going to be the Echo. Okay, Phoenix. There's not going to totally meme around right now. As so Sledge for that matter, I don't exactly see how it is. It is definitely, yes, it's a targeted ban, agreed. But how is that going to help you? Because Quantum Jeevan, yes, they are known Jittery. We've seen Jittery and Aniket for that matter. These two players amazing with Sledge. They've got their dome nade spot coming in from the top skylight into offices. And then again, there's so much soft breach that Sledge has in general. And now that the buck has been nerfed, many people are relying more on the Sledge. He gives almost equal amount of soft breach except for a bottom to top vertical angle that he can open up for himself. And that'll be buck coming in instead of. But then again, you would always want to choose nades over stuns, and that is going to be taken out. A Sledge ban, a first one. In fact, in this league, not what I was expecting. But then again, when I saw Phoenix type down that they're going to target ban Jittery's operators, and Jittery is already very salty about it. Obviously, the players know each other on IRL as well. It's not just online in-game friends. So that is why Jittery is just memeing around himself, saying that if you guys ban my operators, I'm definitely going to I'm going to have some sort of a revenge coming up. But it looks like they won't be banning the Jaeger because they'll be starting off on defense first. Short effects is playing the Jaeger right now. So with that being said, let's take a quick look at both these rosters. Aniket, Sparko, Jittery, Beat and Poseidon on the side of Quantum Jeevan. While we have Hyper Tushy, True, Mechhawks, Nyx and Short Effects on the side of Phoenix. So far Phoenix has had quite I would say it's not exactly a good run that they've had in the season 2 of this league right now. And Quantum Jeevan on the other hand have been topping the leaderboard, winning the first match 7-3 and the second match 7-2. I think I'd not get to catch the third match that they played. I'm not sure if they played the third. Let me just take a quick look right now. If they have, just a second. Alright, meanwhile, Aniket with the Zopia looks like it's going to be an office push coming in from the side of Quantum Jeevan. We've got Sparko running the Maverick as well. Usually we don't see a whole lot of Maverick being played when it comes to a map like Border, but then again, that's one operator that you can always rely on. So coming back, as I can look into my notes right now, we've got a Phoenix. Is that jammed? Yes, it is. Oh, look at that. A perfectly placed mute jammer is going to deny the breach coming in from the side of Beat there. And that is going to make, I think that is going to call for a rotation for Quantum Jeevan. But no runouts being done from the side of Phoenix either. So coming back to what I was saying, Phoenix right now are essentially at the bottom of the leaderboard, followed by level 0, excuse me. Oh, what a shot coming in from Sparko. He's going to claim the life of True, but a refrag comes right into place. Nyx is here to get that frag. It's a 4 versus 4 now. Lokubi calls that out in play. Beat is going to be down and the revive comes in as well. Oh, alright, Jittery. He's going to spray his entire map trying to find somebody. Doesn't really have to even look for the man. As alright, for a second I thought the Valkyrie's on the other end, but Short Effects is going to get himself a kill onto Jittery. That's your ass taken out. Hyper Tushy, Mechhawk, and Short Effects is all that is left on the side of Phoenix. Aniket is going to be on the AC vents window, while Beat is still holding on to this angle. Poseidon making his way in. The Dokubi calls. Actually, none of the defenders are even. Oh, look at that. Aniket is going to light up Hyper Tushy. Poseidon is going to get that kill as well. Push comes in from Poseidon. He's going to get the double. Alright, Poseidon. We see a refrag coming in from the side of Mechhawks. It's a 1 versus 2 now for the man, but it won't matter as the perfect rappel game from Aniket is here to take him out. And it all did come down to so Phoenix, they're pretty much giving themselves away over to G1 to kill them, because G1 legit did not get one single breach done, let alone attempt for a plant. No breach is done, just playing outside the map, being there at the right time. Obviously, that push in from the office did work out, but nothing breach, no soft breach, neither the hard breach. Is just the classic doorways that they were using, the standard stuff being done from Quantum G1. So, with that being said, a 1-0 scoreline, but that did come a little close. 3 versus 3 at a certain point that the match came to a standstill. But coming back to what I was saying, and the action just cut me off a little. Vector Sports, Phoenix, and Kira Esports right now, they stay on the bottom of the leaderboard. And then comes Level 0 Esports, who have scored themselves three points, excuse me, as all the 4 teams that I just mentioned have played 2 matches and lost every single one of them, obviously except Level 0 Esports. Coming back on the top of the leaderboard for Division 1, we've got Quantum G1, Demus Sports, Reckoning Esports, and Union Gaming, exactly in that order. Quantum G1 right now, they've played 2 matches, they won both of them, and something that we've got to notice is this team, excuse me, they've been playing so amazingly. They've defeated their opponents on a 7-3 and then a 7-2 on, I think that was Clubhouse and Coastline respectively, and just amazing matches that we got to see from them. That is what is putting them on board for the top spot right now. The round difference is what is going to matter. That being said, second place to claim that is going to be Demus Sports. Demus Sports, they have a flawless win so far in week 1 as well, but now we are here in week 2 and it only stands to see how that is going to turn out. We'll definitely find that out tonight. That being said, Demus Sports do lack a little bit in terms of the round difference they have, because they've got the equal win streak that Quantum G1 has done, followed by Reckoning Esports. They'll be on the 3rd position, and they've won both their matches 7-5, 7-5. Definitely 2 wins on the board, 6 points for themselves, but 7-5 is not exactly something that is going to award you the higher ranks, because we know for a fact that when it comes to the Division 1, everything is always cutthroat. The competition is indeed cutthroat. With that being said, Blackjack, please take the mic away.
Thank you for that, Foxy, and thank you for all of that information for all of our viewers at home of how the league table stands right now at the beginning of week 2 for Division 1 right here. We are going to be seeing an east side push once again. The office breach attempted by the side of the Thermite. He's got Aniket on the Thatcher, but he's not going to need EMPs just yet. The breach on the office wall has gone off nice and quickly, and they do have the Maverick for some extra plays right there. Sparko's playing that operator. As we see Aniket going on an upside down rappel. He did light up, I believe, Nick's on the lesion, but it's not going to be a kill shot just yet. He's just sitting here trying to get some angles. That shot is going to take down Jittery. That's a big kill right there. The Ash is off the board. And oh, what a connect from Poseidon right there. All the way out of CCTV door. He's going to connect on the shot. The Jaeger and the refrag comes in. The grenade's going out by Maverick. Not going to connect onto anybody because I don't think anybody's playing Fountain. So as a beat is going to take down True. That's another big kill. The mute is gone. And that is the SMG-11 shotgun combo of the SAS operator, which will be off the board for Phoenix in this round. 3 versus 4 right here. Phoenix could definitely make something happen for themselves as Hypertush is trying to fight the Dokkaebi, but no, that's not a fight you take against the DMR with an ACOG, and Poseidon will happily take that kill. That is now a 4v2, and all the chips are down. Looks like Quantum G1 might just take this second round. Indicate's gonna take down Muck Hawks, and it is all down to Legion. This Nick's Jones spot where he's sitting. The Dokkaebi call comes out, the push is gonna come in, and he should be taken out. There we go, in due time. Aniket cleaning up on the last defender inside of sight, and oh boy, not a good time for Phoenix at all. The first round, unfortunate positioning. This time, just straight up outplayed by Quantum G1 as they go 2-0 up in the early game. And so one thing to be said right there, the plays from Poseidon by on the Dokkaebi, sitting outside of CCTV on that broken wall of Valley near the ventilation units. Right. He was sitting there for the majority of the round. He got 2 kills by just staying there because the defenders, I believe it was Mute who had a bit of, no, it was Shot, the Jaeger, who had a bit of an unfortunate positioning situation, and then Valkyrie, who actually tried to fight him on that angle with the hollow sight going up against an ACOG at great distance. That to a DMR. So, you know, a little bit of a bad decision there from Hypertushi, who was playing the Valkyrie in that round,
Defenders,
mind you.
protect your bombs from
And
being used by attackers.
just things that Phoenix have to look for to try and rectify in this third round here, as we are moving to ventilation on the first floor.
Yep. So just like you said, Blackjack, something I just want to spell out to everybody who's not had so much of experience in Siege, and in fact, if you are struggling yourselves trying to get into the higher lobbies, as they like to call it, when it comes to rank plays, this is something that is so much underappreciated. Poseidon was essentially on the flank watch. You do the flank watch for your team, that is going to award you not only with kills, but also a secured round for yourselves. And a really nice spot being employed from the side of my cock here to watch that little slit on the side of this wardrobe. So coming back to what I was blocking in his own angle. Coming back to what I was trying to say is there's so many people I've seen play against, play with sometimes, that nobody wants to do the flank watch. Everybody considers that to be not so influential. Everybody just always wants to peek stuff. They always want to make the pushes happen. And then again, that's not how a team game is supposed to work. But look at that, peek comes in from Hypertushi. He's going to claim the life of Jittery already. Jittery going down so early into the match, every single round so far. But that has been good for Jeevan so far. I would say 2 rounds, Jittery has lost his life, and 2 rounds that Jeevan has put on board. Maybe that is the lucky charm that they need. But I definitely know something for a fact that when Jittery is alive, it is more of a guaranteed round win for G1. That being said, a push comes in from the Thermite. I don't think he knows if the Legion is playing over there onto the chair spot. That is Africa. Thermite going in. Does hear the Legion out. Free fires come in, but that's the wrong spot. Beat now knows where the Legion is playing. Meanwhile, Nyx is going to drop on the kill. That's a very important kill. A 3 versus 5, and more than that, the beat. Oh, alright, the Thermite is going to be solo on HP. Nyx is going to get another. As Quantum G1 are falling apart very quickly right now. Phoenix definitely getting themselves this round on board, and looks like it will do exactly that. Sparko is still going to be full on HP. He's got to make some plays happen for his team. Going to maneuver back into customs and supply room. Making his way in. Meanwhile, Beat is going to be found on the top floor. I don't think the down has been noticed. Sparko has already made his way onto the blue hallway. He's got to move upstairs. Comes in for the revive. Alright. Now, this is going to be very influential for Quantum G1 if they play this right. A 2 versus 4 now. Beat making this push happen. Sparko knows that they've got to shake off the Valkyrie from this play. Oh boy, Hypertushi is definitely in the heat of the moment. Beat is going to get that kill. And Sparko just cross-checking if there's somebody else playing to help him. Possibly Short Effects is going to be on a possible flank coming in from the side of Easters. And with the Heart Breacher still in play, that is going to allow Quantum G1 so much reaching potential. A breach comes out on the side of the hatch, that is towards the workshop. A possible nade coming in from Sparko as well. That is going to light up the Maestro. Yes, that is the Maestro. Sparko trying to do some pre-fire stuff here. Short Effects is still alright. He's fallen back onto the blue hallway. A very good position coming in from Phoenix. I don't think Quantum G1 is walking away with this one. Only 10 seconds left for themselves. They've got to make this push happen right now. Push comes in. The drop comes in as well. He's going to look away at the wrong time, and the smoke is going to punish him. It's all down to Sparko. Sparko is going to get the smoke, but the refrag is right back in, and Phoenix finally put a round on board for themselves, as it's going to be a 2-2-1 scoreline as we proceed to round 4.
Alrighty then, a nice shot there from Shot to confirm the round for the side of Phoenix. Round 3 going in their favor, putting the first round on the board for themselves, for that matter. 2-1, it is still, of course, in the lead for Quantum G1, but the early game 1-round lead is something that may or may not lead to something big in the later rounds, you know, as it were. Something we do like to emphasize here in the WDBLG, the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, is that early game, whatever the different round differences in the early game can be flipped on its head entirely as soon as we reach mid game or even in the late game. So right now 2-1 is a score we're looking at with interest, because that means Phoenix are making adjustments on the fly to how they play, rectifying their little positioning issues and how they take their fights, as we're going to be moving to customs inspection from the look of things. Alrighty then. Definitely interesting site pick. Customs isn't a terrible site, mind you. It's definitely a very viable site. But you know, with the fact that Armory Lockers is still open for Phoenix, the fact that they've gone to customs means that they don't want or don't feel comfortable going onto the second floor just yet. Maybe, maybe not. Of course, we don't exactly know what's happening in their team comms right now. But they have the operators they need to make this all happen. You know, they've got the Valkyrie, they've got the Smoke, they've got the Maestro, Legion, and the Jaeger, of course, to round it all out. And there we go. The rotations are going to be made inside of CCTV, as Hypertouch is going to be putting down his Evil Eyes. He's already placed them down, for that matter, placing barbed wire all over the place, and Macox playing CCTV is going to throw a camera out through this little area that he broke off the door of CCTV. A break room, for that matter. Nick sitting inside of Armory, he's going to throw out dual mines left, right, and center to slow down the push from Quantum G1, as Jittery this time around is definitely going to have to be careful to not be taken out early. Poseidon's playing the Dokkaebi once again. Whether or not he's going to influence the round greatly or not at all, remains to be seen, depending on how, of course, he takes the round and takes his gunfights. Main Breeze coming out from Beat already on Detention Room, but he's going to have to be careful. He's already put a Claimer down to stop a run-out happening from that very same area, as Macox throws out his final Valcam. And it's definitely shaping up to be an interesting round, as we still have more than 2 minutes left in the round timer. A double hold on CCTV and 90 hallway from the Legion, and looks like the Valkyrie up there. As Jitter is going to find Nyx. That is a big kill. I spoke of the Legion, and he went down as more shots are being fired. Poseidon's fighting the Valkyrie, and there we go. Jitter is going to come for cover and get a double kill for himself, taking out Macox. Poseidon barely gets away with the skin of his teeth, as the Maestro is pre-firing away with the Alder to try and stop the push coming in from the side of Quantum G1, but it is a 3v5 right now that Hypertouch, True, and Shot have to play for their team. The plant is already going off from Beat. Does the Maestro know, or does he have an evil in that position? Doesn't look like it. There goes Shot. Sparker getting the kill for himself, and a grenade thrown off, uncooked for that matter, to try and delay the push coming in. There we go, the Smoke to see the might, but no, he's going to lose that. It's now a 1v4 right now, as Hypertouch has found one, but will he find the others? He's being shot at from all general directions, and he's going to go down from the gun of Jittery, who gets the third kill for himself in the round. And with that, Quantum G1 are going to take round 4 and extend their lead by one more round. 4-1 in the early game to them. We move to round 5.
Definitely Quantum G1 not letting Phoenix walk away with that round. A really good and a really swift take coming in on the top floor, and the breach done in perfect time and execution as well. Phoenix got to bring their game up right now. They've got themselves one round on the board. They still got 2 more rounds, the one in hand and the one coming up before the side swap happens. And they might even make the comeback happen, but it depends to see, it only stands to see how Phoenix wants to play this one, because
Defenders, protect your
I don't know.
bombs.
Phoenix,
By attackers.
they got a little too overwhelmed on the push that Quantum G1 is exhibiting. We saw the Dokkaebi of Poseidon come out on the CCTV balcony. Then there was another push coming in from the side of Jittery with the Zofia from the CCTV doorway. That is the soda can doorway. So it's essentially only 2 angles that you've got to contest. But the Valkyrie and the Legion not being vigilant enough, if you'd ask me, not enough information being traded off. I don't know what went down in their voice comms, but definitely that could have been played better in terms of how they were holding, because they really did a good job in terms of holding them off for quite a while. Mind you, almost about a minute and a half wasted from the side of Phoenix, but the end game execute just couldn't happen, because as long as you don't have the top floor control, Quantum G1 knew for a fact that they cannot make the plant happen. And top floor control was the top priority. Jittery, once again, he's going to be playing the Zopia. This time around, he won't be dying. And like I said, at least in the rounds that Jittery stays alive, I know for a fact that Quantum G1 has better success rates of converting that round into a victory. Once again, Beat coming in with that drone spot. As other side, Beat's been watching Coconut Rock quite a lot. Hypertouch is going to spot someone on the cam, I presume. Yes, he's seen the drone actually. He's going to come back. Nothing to be done here. True is still holding on this long angle that we usually see being employed all the way from offices into break room. Aniket once again is going to be on the rappel play. True, Mechhawks, and is that, yes, short effects. There's 3 people essentially holding down Fountain, having them. Oh, Sparko, where was that from? Was that from below? Where's that
Where
from?
was he?
Oh, that was just from above. All right.
Oh.
It's a simple nade. Nothing too 200 IQ here, but Sparko baiting. Is that a bait coming in from his feet? Is going to get through. Meanwhile, that is your dog taken out. Sparko a little too scared about that rotation hole coming in from him as Short FX is here to welcome him. He's just going to fall back. Nyx, the Legion. He's going to fall back as well, but not before he takes a lot of damage for himself. Nyx is eventually going to go down by that rappel game coming in from Aniket. Short FX going for the white peak here. He's going to get the Maverick, but will that matter? Sparko goes down. Peak comes in from the Zofia. The Zofia goes down as well. It's a 3 versus 2 now. The Peach has come in, but he doesn't know there's a Thermite prone right beside him. The Dokubi calls are still going off in his vicinity. Thermite could hear this anytime he wants to, and that is exactly what he's doing. He does hear the Thermite shot. No, he doesn't! What are you doing, Beat? Gets taken out. It's all down to Poseidon in a 1 versus 2 clutch now. He knows where the Jaeger is playing. It's going to be inside Fountain. Push comes in. He gets Short effects. Still a 1 versus 1. Hyper Tushy is going to be full of HP, while Poseidon doesn't have enough health to make work with. The hack comes in, and that is exactly what is going to spot out where Hyper Tushy is playing, or at least his teammates are not going to be on the camps. Smokes come out. He's still got the diffuser in hand. Another smoke canister in his back pocket as well. A peek from the Valkyrie. Might as well end it. The battle does get spotted out. Peek comes in from Poseidon instead, and he's gonna win that. The clutch coming in from Poseidon and Quantum G1 get themselves this round as well. And what a play! 1 versus 2 clutch. Not something that's a little too much for Poseidon. Oh, look at that. The Valkyrie is actually going for a C4 toss. Didn't quite get to catch that in the hype with the Velcro pulling off. I just couldn't hear that. But anyways, a really good execute coming in from the man on the Dokubi. Got himself a nice kill with his secondary and then the DMR to end things away. So, that being said, we'll be proceeding round 6 before the role swap, and the site that Phoenix is going to be choosing is ventilation and workshops.
Well, one thing that I would definitely like to say is from the way Poseidon peeked the Valkyrie, right? He knew exactly where she was. Now, it could all come down to the fact that there was probably an Intel device inside of Armory that gave away Hypertushy's position. But what I like to think is, while on the kill cam right there, the death cam at the end of the round, we saw Valkyrie's, the nozzle of Valkyrie's gun, right? Just a few pixels peeking out of that visible area of small office door, right? At least I spotted it. I don't know how many people spotted it in chat, but in my head, the way that scenario went is Poseidon actually saw that nozzle and thought, okay, that's where it is. It should definitely make the situation infinitely funnier, but whether or not that happened, we'll have to ask him later. With that being said, of course, round 6, as Foxy pointed out, is 1 round away from the role swap, and Quantum G1 are in a hefty lead right now. 4-1 in their favor going into round 6 is a very, very ideal position for them. And from the way things have been going and the way they've been winning their matches so far in Division 1, it has certainly been their season in this division so far. What a throw from Hypertushy, by the way. The camera I'm speaking of course, as that black eye camera is going to be very influential for this particular round, at the very least for the push from AC Vents and if anybody's on the balcony hallway outside of Archives. With that being said, Quantum Gene, of course, they are going to be looking for those Val cameras. Whether or not they'll be able to see them is a... Ooh, jittery. He's looking exactly at one of the defenders' heads, but nope, he's going to be protected, whoever that is. But, whoa! What a shot coming back from Hypertushy. Ho, ho, ho. Getting a Jittery from all the way in spawn as a nice shot comes out from Jittery himself. He knows he was outgunned right there, outpeaked for that matter, as Hypertushy, what a play from him, will get the first kill and get proceedings nice and quickly underway for his team. Grenade comes out from Sparko, the Maverick, as he knows that there's somebody playing close to him. That is Nyx the Legion. Only takes a minimal amount of damage. That's a lot of more damage though, as he knows there's someone playing upside down. And oh, what a shot from him, connecting onto True. That is the smoke of the board. That's a big, big kill, because now there's only the Maestro who can do any sort of plant denial. With that being said, excuse me, Aniket, of course, Guman Initiative takes that out as he's pushing into Armory, and we've got another push on the main door. Hyperfish is actually down, and he's going to be confirmed onto by Beat. That's another kill right there. Now a 4v3. Suddenly the man count is in favor of Quantum G1 as they are looking to get a couple of kills for themselves. But no, Macaques will take Aniket from a beautiful vertical angle through the small room, small of a sash on Armory onto the main door, and that is a Maestro play for the ages as he connected onto the head of the buck right there. And it's only a 3v3 right now. 60 seconds left in the round as all the defenders are fairly lit up. Shot is going for a flank right here as shots being fired by the Thermite. He's going to not take any damage and not do any damage to McCox for that matter. Shot, the Jaeger is already inside of offices. He might just be able to go for this flank. He sees the Thermite, lights him up a little bit, but no, he will lose that fight. And the Thermite gets that kill. That is Beat getting the headshot and swinging the man count in the favor of Quantum Z1. But once again, Nyx is there for the retake, and that is the Maverick down. Sparkle goes down to the Legion, and that is another big kill. 2v2 in the last 30 seconds of the round. Will Quantum Z1 be able to make the play happen for themselves, or will Phoenix manage to take this round and make it 4-2 going into roll swap? McCox and Nyx are all that's left for the side of Phoenix as the Maestro. Oh, the Legion's gonna go down. That's Beat taking one kill, but no, the Dokkaebi goes down. No, he doesn't. But oh, the play from McCox with the Alda of the Maestro shooting away with 81 bullets. Poseidon, what were you doing? The Dokkaebi not even connecting with the potato right next to the Maestro. McCox should not have survived that at all, but he will gladly take the 1v2 as he took a second round for Phoenix, giving themselves round 6 and going into roll swap 4-2 in favor of Quantum G1.
I'm not sure what Poseidon was doing over there. He clutched a really good round for his team, but potatoing on that distance, I don't know what Poseidon was thinking. I don't know what just happened. That was Poseidon's confirmed kill, as everything was definitely in their favor. The hatch drop timed right. It was a 1 versus 2. Definitely G1 is on driving seat. It all did come down to that one single gunfight that the Dokkaebi had to win against the Maestro. But it's just some memes going around. So that was definitely a huge upset coming in for the side of Quantum G1. That's then again that might not really matter once we look at the big picture here on how the score difference is looking like 4-2. But definitely giving away Phoenix that advantage of making this comeback, not something that Quantum G1 was expecting to do. And then again, like we know, Border is termed to be a little attacker-sided. You know, I wouldn't really agree with that entirely on the way the meta has been improving. We've got so many operators that essentially cancel out everything that says Border is attacker-sided. But that being said, the roll swap is going to come in, and we'll be seeing Beat do some classic Beat stuff. The deployable shield on this area, the webcams outside. I've been seeing Beat do this for quite a long time now. I mean, like, it's almost been like a year and a half that Beat has done this, and I don't mean that with, I don't mean to say that he's just being repetitive. It's just been that he's got his own style that he likes to follow, and it has worked out. And look at that. It's not going to work, just going to fall back. Nothing to find there. Don't want to invest time either. Aniket is going to be running the dog this time around. Aniket has been playing the dog quite a lot when it comes to the office hold. And look at that Maestro Camp spot as well. The shield getting maneuvered back on this area. It looks like Aniket is going to be given a lot of freeway to play with himself. Excuse me, that did not sound right. To play with him and the shield against Phoenix. We're not talking about that, Blackjack.
I mean,
Aniket. Well, we'll be seeing Jittery hold on a really tough angle. That's essentially a bullet hole, but looks like Beat is getting ready for potential run out. The drone rather is definitely going to spot him out. Hypertush is going to be on the Ash, and looks like he's waiting for a run out, possibly coming in from the side of Quantum G1. Meanwhile, the attack is essentially stalled over here from their side, but look at that. Breach has already happened, and we didn't quite get to catch that on the cam. And looks like I was a little too busy spectating Beat for that matter. We will be seeing the breach come out, but not enough work being done, if you ask me. Definitely McCock has made his way back onto the AC vents, while there's a lot of drone work. 4 men outside the east stairs, and there's going to be everybody's on side essentially from the side of Quantum G1. Nobody even wants to attempt for a possible run out or a possible flank. Valkyrie Cam's definitely giving away so many audio cues to the defenders, but not enough to give out the visual intel. Aniket does notice somebody proning in from the doorway. He's got the ACOG. Peeks in, but he gets caught out by Hypertushi. And what a peek coming in from the Ash. Once again, he's been outgunning Quantum G1, and Aniket is also going to drop a nice shot in chat. A few pre-fires come in from the Jaeger. Nyx is already making his presence being felt inside the site, but another drone goes out. 20 seconds left. I don't think this is the time to drone Phoenix. You've got to make your push happen. Not enough time left. Beat is going to get Hypertushi. Push has to happen right now. The Maestro Cam stopping. Excuse me. Stopping Phoenix right at tracks, and Jittery is going to be here. Sparko onto one, Poseidon onto another. It's all on the shot effects. Who is doing the flank watch? Nothing he can do right now. That is it. Quantum G1 get another round for themselves as Phoenix get a little too stalled out on their own attack. Not even something Quantum G1 tried to do. There was bandit trick. There was no utility being expelled on the side of the offices. It was just straight up Quantum G1 chilling on site, vibing to get themselves that win.
Well, Quantum G1 will definitely be vibing after that particular round victory. I mean, the Phoenix just took a bit too long, I would say. You know, the push coming in at the last 20 seconds while they were still busy pulling out a few drones, getting a bit more intel. And that is what cost them, because at the end of the day, if you're trying to make a rush plant happen with only 15 seconds left in the round, you're bound to slip up and make a whole plethora of mistakes. And that is what we saw Phoenix do on this attack. And Quantum G1 were all too happy to get that kill right there. And the round in and of itself, as we'll be moving to first floor ventilation on round 8, it is 5-2 in favor of Quantum G1, which means they are 1 round away from match point, 2 rounds away from victory, and Phoenix are staring down the barrel once again. The lead is ever extending from this blue team right here, Quantum G1. They have been very, very dominant in these first few games of Season 1 that we've seen them play. And as the days and weeks progress, it looks like it'll only get more and more. It'll only get more and more dominating from the side of G1. Maybe not a 7-0 any day soon, but 7-1s and 7-2s, yeah, they are very demoralizing for any losing team. With that being said, Aniket not even choosing to take out Macox's drone right there. He's just going to barricade out the teller's window. All right, interesting choice. As we see the Valcam come out from Beat, he's not even going to be detected. Nice and quickly throwing that out and pulling back in. This Valcam, of course, we saw it be thrown by Hypertushi, I believe it was, a couple rounds ago. Oh, Beat's going to go for a spawn peek off of that cam. And that is Nyx off the board. The Thermite, the hard feature, is gone. That is a big kill right there, because that means any hard hatches, any reinforced walls, none of that is going to be breached by the side of Phoenix, and they have just been denied an insanely important operator. Sparko's going to take some shots through a wall bang out of the break room door, but he's not going to be dead just yet. He's not even going to be concerned, because that is not a whole lot of damage that he has taken. And Quantum G1 are sitting in the driver's seat once again, not by a whole, well, not by a massive margin, but Jerry goes for a run out. He's trying to get somebody on the south side of the map from where he stands. Sparko has been down, but Beatty's going to connect onto Hypertushi. That's another kill right there, as the Ash is off the board. Looks like it was a big run out from break room window, as Jittery takes a bit of damage from AC vents area as well, but he's only going to be lit up so far, as AC vents, whoever's on AC vents is shooting towards sandwich window inside of armory lockers. But if that is true on the IQ, sounds like it, they're shot on AC vents. Never mind, that is the Dokkaebi here with the DMR. He's gonna have to be very careful. Macox is very lit right now, and the Zofia has to also throw caution to the wind for herself and play very, very carefully. Round 8 is a very important round. A shot holds the angle nice and patiently. Macox in the east stairs hallway. He's gonna have to push up to try and get one of the roamers from the side of Quantum G1. Sparko, Jittery, and Beat are very low on HP, mind you, but they can still make the plays happen for their team. Will they be able to? Of course, it only remains to be seen, as True's going to take a bit of damage. Alrighty then, that is Pulse from below. Aniket with the cardiac sensor and the shotgun shooting away, and True has taken a bit of damage. That is the IQ, unfortunately. And Jittery's going to connect on the shot. That is the Dokkaebi off the board, and no more phone calls are going to come out from the side of the attack, as Quantum G1 are in a 5 versus 2. Macox is very low on HP, and True is down to half, and they are not looking so good to make a play happen for themselves. They've still got 2 FBI operators on full HP, and for that matter, a German boy right below the ventilation window. And Beat is going to connect onto Marcox. That is a Zofia off the board. Beat's got a triple kill for himself, and it is all down to True to make the play happen for his team, as Quantum G1 has rotated down to the first floor with only 30 seconds and less left on the clock. And he can go for a C4, but it's not going to connect, as the Pulse is going to try and get the kill for himself. And True running around the second floor right here, moves into CCTV. He sees the Goyo, but no, not going to connect just yet, as Sparko gets away once again with his life, the skin of his teeth. Only 10 seconds left on the clock, and there we go. The Jaeger's going to peek, and Quantum G1 will get a flawless round on round 8, and mopping the floor with the Phoenix's attack right here, as we move into match point for Quantum G1 6-2 on round 9. Whoa.
Definitely. With that being said, we'll be seeing ourselves go into the match point that Quantum G1 is sitting right now, 6-2. A really good and really definite difference that they've got for themselves. But one thing we've got to notice here is Phoenix. They have been slacking a lot in Season 2 right now. They stand at the bottom of the leaderboard. No wins for them so far. This win was very crucial for them. They've got to make sure they make this comeback happen and even at least try and give a fitting match against Quantum G1, because G1 is already sitting on the top of the leaderboard. Doesn't really matter right now, but you as G1, yeah, I mean, obviously you would definitely want to get yourselves this victory as well. You've got yourselves a 7-3, a 7-2, most possibly a 7-2, 7-3 around. I don't know. I'm nobody to make predictions right now, because then again, we know how also ever changing this match is, and this game is for that matter, and Phoenix could might as well make this comeback happen. I was having some wholesome chat getting done in between the match, as so coming back to how Phoenix has been playing out, and alright, looks like
10 seconds remaining.
oh, actually we have another match coming up on in the evening, right? That is Kira Esports versus Phoenix. Am I right? Yeah, there we go. So Phoenix is going to have another match today coming up that is going to be on stream. We'll definitely find out how that goes, but right now Phoenix is definitely not the Phoenix I was hoping to see today, and it's been a lackluster performance from them, as G1 has been stomping on them quite literally. Phoenix, they stay with 0 victories for themselves. I really feel bad right now, because all these players, they are so very talented, this roster, amazing roster for that matter, just not able to survive Division 1 right now in Season 2. We all know, in fact, Phoenix is the team that made its way back from Division 2 inside Division 1 after Season 1, and you would hate to see
Oh dear.
That is the oldest trick in the book. Jittery's got to take down Hypertushi. That was the fragger for Phoenix. Very important kills that Hypertushi has been dropping in this match around. Sparko's going to go wide taking, but what a shot! What? That was Beat coming in with the wall bang. Matchday goes down.
Defender is exposed.
You're going to see Beat come out with the run out once again. I'm not even sure how that shot went out, but Beat is already dropping a thank you in chat, as the Maverick is going to get the Mozzie. Aniket gets taken down. It's a 3 versus 4 now. Seeing next True and Shot to make plays happen for their team. A run out once again. I don't think that it's going to catch anybody outside. No, it won't. A rapid game comes in. Beat is most possibly going to hear that. The Deagle needs some reloading. Deagle holes being made. Make sure that the detention door, when it gets opened up, the breach that is, it gets caught out by the top floor's defenders. Just as this match has come to a little bit of a standstill, Nix is going to be exchanging a few shots with the Jaeger. ShotFX is going to find Poseidon. It's a really important kill for him. ShotFX does not notice the Jaeger, and Jittery is going to take him down. It's a 3 versus 2 now. Nix and True is all that is left on the side of Phoenix. True is going to be above, while Nix is making sure he gets himself the rotation made so he can help his teammate. Still has both the exothermic charges in his pocket, and might as well make this breach happen onto the hatches on top floor. Drone comes in to make sure nobody's playing right now on the top floor. You don't want to be walking inside blind, but look at that. There's somebody waiting for them. That is going to be none other than Jittery on the Jaeger. He does hear the rappel game, but Sparko is quick to the trigger. He's going to get Nix. Jittery just chilling around. He's going to spot the IQ. Oh boy. Jittery. All right. I don't know what the IQ was doing though. Definitely she was on the drone, so I didn't blame her, but That reaction speed from the man. 7-2 is going to be the scoreline as we finish the first match on the Division 1 Playday 2 in Week 2 for the Season 2 TEC league. So really, really good match coming in from the side of Quantum G, and that is definitely going to put them on the top. 9 points, I assume that is. Yes. 3 matches played, 3 matches won, 7-3, 7-2, and 7-2 once again. I think they had a 7-1 actually. I cannot remember for some reason, but anyways, Quantum G, definitely they're going to be on the top of the leaderboard right now, and we're seeing them establish their presence in Division 1. They've been the winners or the toppers of the Division 1 in Season 1 as well, and it only stands to see if some team tries and even challenges these Titans here, because they've been straight up dominating. Definitely, I do miss EX7 plays, but then again, the new roster looks all the while more exciting, amazing, and stronger than ever. With that being said, we'll be proceeding to our next match in just a while. That is going to be Vector Sports versus Kira Esports, and we'll be back in just a while.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between, welcome back to the WD Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with ACD Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games the Shop. We are here for the second game of Day 3 of Division 1 here in Season 2. Vector Sports are taking on Kita Esports on the map of Clubhouse once again. We're already in the band faces. Of course, I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining is my co-host, Foxy, as the first ban from the side of Kita Esports was the Thatcher ban, as is so common here on Clubhouse. The other ban is going to be the Maverick. Alrighty then. One of the Heart Breachers and one of the biggest assists to Heart Breachers is going to be taken off the board, as Kaid is going to be the third ban on board here on Clubhouse. Foxy, how do you feel tonight?
I feel amazing, Blackjack. Thank you for having me here. So, Thatcher, Maverick out of the way. Kaid has been a default ban once you have the Maverick taken out, and the Thatcher, more importantly, we'll be seeing Echo getting taken out towards the end. And with that being said, we are to go in this match. Vector Sports have already played Clubhouse in this map before. In fact, against Reckoning Esports, they lost that match 7-5. While Kira Esports, I don't really think they've had played Clubhouse in the last few matches. I just cannot remember, maybe. But with that being said, we're up and running here. Let's take a quick look at both the rosters. Science Skipper, definitely a noob. Beaver and Ritz on the side of Vector Sports. While we have Rattler, Catch, Akhtar, Khajeet, and Death Amar on the side of Kira Esports. Catch, for the ones that you don't know, Catch is formerly known as Deathstroke. So this just a little catching up, if I may, on the names. Nomad is going to get 6-pick to the IQ, and the CCTV cash room is going to be the first side that we'll see Kira Esports defend on. Akhtar bringing out the Valkyrie, while Ratter is going to employ the Wamai. Death Amar is going to be on the Eagle, a very influential operator, and more than that, very dependent. Amar has always been on this operator, and I mean, who wouldn't be? It's just an amazing op all in all, and in the right hands, he could be very destructive. And look at that, they're going to be reinforcing the double reinforcement on towards logistics drop. Very interesting. I usually don't see that coming in, because that allows so much potential for Kira Esports or the defense in that matter. What? What? Wait a minute. That
Attackers are moving out to locate
Kira Esports are definitely playing this very I wouldn't say bad, definitely not the word I'm looking for. This is really interesting on how they want to play this one out, because look at this. There's only one reinforcement being blocked on the garage wall. Nothing being done. No emphasis, in fact, in terms of garage control. That is going to be freely given to Vector Sports straight up, while the castle barricade on the garage window into the Walton. A double reinforcement onto the garage side that also opens up entryway inside the site. That is the actual site of the bomb B. Well, my magnets are going to be catching off a few flashbangs that are being burned right now, and 3 ADS is on towards protecting that one single shield. And Beaver is going to try and grapple here. Does he do a little bit of damage to Amar? No, he's going to be behind hard cover right now. Oh yeah, definitely. He's going to be playing the shield, excuse me. As we're getting some drone works done inside of the garage, and Vector Sports have already found out that garage is essentially going to be free for their taking, and that is exactly what they'll do. Look at this. I forgot to emphasize on the fact that there's a triple reinforcement on the logistics drop and the solo wall of construction. Another double reinforcement comes out onto the construction door. That is very classic. Definitely a noob using his soft reach perfectly, while Cyan is going to be saving his pellets to make sure he gets himself a nice entryway into garage and onto the site for that matter. Definitely still holding on strong. Not much being done. Neither from either of these teams right now, as it's pretty much come to a stall point in this match. Still be seeing 5 members alive on both the sides of the team. Cyan is trying to find somebody, or he's trying to do something. I think there's the magnet that he's trying to catch off, and look at this. The plant is already going to go down. There's nobody below for the C4 either. And Kira Esports, I don't think they've thought this through. The plant has gone down, and Cyan is going to get taken out. C4 comes in late, but the smoke canister is here as well. Rattler is going to go down, but he does get caught out by the person watching the flank. That is the IQ. Castle has to make some plays happen, goes in, but Capita gets caught out. Arthur is going to get another. This is actually turning out to be good for Kira Esports. Vector Sports have got to play the cards right. They are not apparently. Fuse is going off and it will. Kira Esports with a perfect retake on what Vector Sports just couldn't read into. A jabate play coming in from them, allowing them to plan, letting them get away with it, and more than that, getting themselves a round victory on round 1.
Well then, what a play coming out from the side of Kira Esports. I'm still not sure what that triple ADS shield placement on the Red Stairs hallway was. Definitely very interesting as to how they just let the plant happen, but looks like it was all part of their plan all along, as they say. Totally. And you know, with that being said, they have won round 1, as we're going to be moving to round 2 onto Gym Bedroom on the second floor. Looks like Kira wants to get both of the top floor sites done and dusted with, as we see definitely a noob 6-pick out from the Blitz into the Sledge, of course, as Sledge is arguably a better utility type operator than you would have a Blitz just pushing in, bonking people in the head and getting away with it. I mean, you can do the same with Sledge, don't get me wrong. You can still melee people with the hammer, but that is, of course, one of the things that rarely we get to see in something as high level as Division 1. And who knows, maybe definitely Noob could surprise us and he could definitely do something like that at any given point until round 7, of course, because that's when the roll swap happens and Vector Sports will be going on the defense. But as we've said before, some of the more unexpected plays have definitely been happening in Season 2 so far. Flashback to yesterday in Division 2, Matchday 4, where we had the game between Virtual 5 and Sanesha Esports. I'm pretty sure all of our viewers here right now who were there last night will know exactly what I'm talking about, of course. And Flame Blame, just know that even if it's not your match days for now, we still have you in our memory. With that being said, we're going to be seeing the Castle put down his last barricade right here. Kevlar panels being thrown in all of the default positions, but there is no Kaid or Bandit to try and slow down the push on the Gym Bedroom main wall from Vector Sports. So that's an interesting decision from Kira Esports. They've got the double denial in Deathamar playing the Jaeger and Rattler playing the Wamai. Definitely an interesting pick right there from Kira Esports, and we already do have the Hibana in play, but no Thermite as well from the side of Vector Sports. Mind you, Thatcher and Maverick are banned in this sort of in this match itself. So it's an interesting game to say the least with the kind of operator picks and bans we are seeing. Also, I just remembered Kaid is banned in this match as well. So, you know, no Bandit and Kaid being banned is an interesting position to be in for Kira Esports. But as the main wall breach is coming out from the side of the Hibana, Saiyan's going to get that done nice and quickly. As there we go, main wall has been breached, and it is only a matter of time before the push comes in from the attacking team. Minute 30 and less left in the round for that matter, as Aturv's gonna find Saiyan already then. The Hibana is on the board, and looks like Aturv might have gotten that kill out of a dirt tunnel once again. Deathamar is flashed in the meanwhile, but the effects are gonna wear off for that matter, and he's gonna be holding down for the time being. Looks like VS are trying to push into Gym, but will they be able to? We've got Capita who was holding down the dirt tunnel angle that Aturv was holding, and we see Aturv who's not even there at this point. You know, just pre-fires coming in from the Capita to make sure if anyone is still there, he's not gonna. Oh, okay, Beaver, you do you. As Deathamar's gonna find definitely Noob. That's another big kill right there, as the Sledge has gone down from inside of Logistics from the looks of things. Aturv's gonna make his way up the main stairs as Capita looks to drop. No, he won't be dropping Logistics. As he's gonna be taken out before he can even think about it by Kajit on the SMG-11. He's gonna throw out a smoke canister as Beaver's gonna go down to the Jaeger. It's all down to Ritz here in a 1v5 ace clutch situation. 30 seconds left on the clock for him. Will he be able to? He's sitting here on the central roof, and not a great situation for Vector Sports to be in, as from the looks of things, they are going to be losing round 2. We might just be seeing Ritz just sitting here for the time being, letting the rest of his team converse it out, and a bit of a mini tactical timeout, if you will, for the side of Vector Sports as the camera rotates around. revolves around Ritz, who's not even going to try at this point. He's going to get taken up by the Jaeger by peeking gym bedroom window. And, oh, that was a trade right there. All right, nice shot from the IQ. But, you know, too little too late. And he knows that far better than any of us do. As round 2 goes to Kita Esports. Alrighty then, round 3 is in play, and it is 2-0 in favor of the defensive team Kita Esports, as we're going to be moving to Basement Church right here, and it should be a very interesting game for both of these teams. Definitely for Kita Esports fans in chat, because yeah, early game lead once again is a little indicative of how the round might go, but it also might not go that in that direction, mind you, as we see Catched go from the Bandit into the castle with the 6 pick in
Attackers
play.
need to
Once again,
locate and defuse
no
the
Bandit
bomb.
in play from Kita Esports. They are choosing to ignore that operator for the time being, as the third is going to put down meat jammers on the unreinforced wall of Church. Okay, the triple wall church is going to be reinforced, of course, eventually. But will that result in Mute losing his jammer? Thurv is going to have to be a little careful of that. I don't think he will. I think it was far enough away from the reinforcement coming in from Deathhammer the Jaeger that it would be safe for the time being. Was he catched? He's closing off entryways from the first floor right now. And there we go. One went down on
10
Billiard's
seconds
door.
to
The
go.
other goes down on Lobby. And just, you know, castle plays from Kita Esports. They want to make sure that they funnel the attackers in the direction they need to, and we see a Thurv with the shotgun SMG-11 of Mute, that is, deploying a Mute Jammer on the second floor entryway from construction. Interesting situation, as we are definitely going to be moving into action phase right here in round 2, and Vector Sports definitely need to pick themselves up. We've already got the impact trick area being prepared by the side of Kita Esports. We've got Castle that is catched with his Super Shorty, his UMP, and his impact grenades, ready to take out any Thermite or Hibana's hard-breaching utility that might find themselves on the kitchen hatch. And of course, we all know exactly how important the kitchen hatch is, as usually a drop comes in through there to go for the plant or even a flank if the kitchen hatch is left open. A punch hole from Ritz here on Garage Catwalk's double wall facing in towards CCTV as he's going to rotate towards CCTV. He knows that there's somebody out here, and Deathhammer shots are going to give him away as the Nomad is going to push up slowly but steadily towards bedroom. Jaeger, Deathhammer, he knows that there's somebody who just dropped on the subroof out there, but will he find the sledge? That is definitely a noob. He's definitely peeking still. He lights him up quite a bit. That's a lot of damage done to the sledge, but he's still alive. And there's, of course, the Nomad inside of Cash that Deathhammer has to be aware of. And he will be with the Nomad charge being deployed, but nope, he's going to rotate down the hatch onto stage into bar. He's going to be shot by Capita inside a bathroom. Does he know where the shots are coming in from? Not quite, but he's tagged up quite a bit. Thurv is here to support him as Deathhammer takes yet another shot from out of nowhere. Alrighty, then he's definitely going to be very upset about what's happening to him as the skipper is going to find a Thurv. Alrighty then, that is the meat of the board. And a big kill right here.
bomb
Rattler,
has been
he's
located.
using the steps that go up to that billiards room right there to play underneath the castle barricade, which he of course used right there to light up Skipper. So Skipper definitely noob, very low on HP as Deathhammer has found his way back up to the top floor. Rattler's gonna get another one, but get refragged onto by Ritz, and definitely noob, unfortunately going down for his team. That is the sledge of the board. But with, Kazit going down right there as a Beaver takes that kill nice and easily. It is down to Catched and a very, very low Deathhammer as the plant is going down. Looks like inside of Church. It is indeed, as Skipper's going to go down. It's a 2v2 right now as the castle, 3v2, excuse me, as the castle has made his way into Church. He's going to see, no, he's going to get taken out by a crossfire. And there we go. Beaver's going to secure the last kill onto the Jaeger as the Vector Sports are going to put a round on board for themselves. Round 3 goes in their favor, and it is a 2-1. Still in favor of Kita Esports.
Vector Sports definitely playing that to perfection. They got themselves so much advantage in the beginning, or I would say in the mid round, that they channelized their push towards the main stairs because they knew exactly the strategy that Kita Esports is trying to do. Somewhere in the midst of the SSD strat, the infamous SSD strat for that matter. But excuse me, yeah. So coming back to what I was saying, a really good take from Vector Sports. They knew exactly how that strategy is employed and where those reinforcements go down, and that is exactly why they pushed up main stairs, opened up the church wall. They had the soft breach for themselves as well, I assume, and definitely the Zopia and the Sledge working out perfectly for them. So what is going to put themselves on one run advantage right now, but then again, we're seeing Kira fall back to a little bit more of a classic hold that we get to see on towards Clubhouse. Not the I don't know what hold you want to call it. You can call it the TSM strategy, but then again, the way Kira Esports brought in a very few, very small adjustments to it, I would just say it's essentially a death box hold for themselves. That being said, we'll be seeing Death Hammer plays down his ADSs. Third, making sure he's dropping down all his Valkyrie cams, and Cass is going to be running the Wamai. They've got two shields right here onto this area, and looks like they are expecting Vector Sports to try and attempt the push on towards construction. It only stands to see how that is going to turn out. There's only one hard breacher on the side of Vector Sports, Cyan playing a hard breacher, and sometimes I just, I randomly wake up from my sleep and question on why Vector Sports puts Cyan on hard breaching. I'm not saying he's not good, but he's a little too good to let his talent go away just by breaching and droning and planting. You know what I mean? It's standard stuff, support stuff. Everybody who plays support operators, I'm definitely sure you guys feel me. But then again, we'll be seeing Beaver hold down to this angle. He's got a nice rotation that he can pre-fire on, and Cyan just doing what a Cyan does, not transforming. Oh, that is, he's just gonna make sure he holds down with his gun for the moment. We did see him running the flashes, so no claymores that are being put on the garage side as well. No Nomad being put into play. Death Hammer is still going to be on a more of a passive roam. Rattler does get spotted out, definitely. Possibly picking a gunfight with Rattler, but Rattler is a little too quick. He's gonna rat his way out of that. Ooh. Finally falling back. Definitely almost dodging the headshot that Rattler tried to connect. It's gonna do him a lot of damage, in fact. Definitely trying to land a few more shots as the sledgehammer comes into play as well. Excuse me. My throat's for some reason just not supporting me. Anyways, coming back to this match here, we'll be seeing Ritz, and that skipper outside. Yes, that is the Capita on. That is the skipper on the Capita. As we'll be seeing a maneuver come back to construction. Looks like Kira Esports perfectly expecting what Vector Sports is going to do with the main breach in play. Still, the push is going to be channelized on towards the construction side. Third and Rattler holding this down to perfection. They've still got their... Oh, look at this. It's a flash. Flashes galore as so much utility being thrown around, and look at this. Rattler just nearly dodging death right now. Arthur is going to get definitely a no, but Cyan is here to refrag onto Arthur. The push from the main breach is bound to happen anytime soon. Meanwhile, Skipper is going to be down outside the construction window. Rattler in a really tricky spot right now, because only a matter of time till Beaver decides to make that push happen, but Cast is here to stop him from making that happen. Rattler goes close and he gets caught out by the Zofia. That's not an angle you want to contest. Catched, and Death Hammer is all that is left for the side of Kira Esports. He creeps up onto main stage. He does get spotted out. Beaver is going to get catched. It's a 1 versus 4, but his position is given away, and Vector Sports got an execute on their attack. They're going to get themselves and award themselves with this round victory, equalizing it back on a 2-2 on Clubhouse.
2-2 right here on round 5 here in Clubhouse. Definitely is a very, very interesting situation to be in for both teams, as now they've got to take the lead again. Either one of these teams could, of course, as we're going to be moving to second floor CCTV once again from the side of Kira Esports. And they definitely want to get the lead back that they have currently lost. But, since it's equalized and Vector Sports are just trying to mount a bit of a comeback right here, they could be caught off guard by some amazing plays by Kira, and of course the inverse stands true as well. So far, Vector Sports in the last 2 rounds, in rounds 3 and 4, have done everything they can to catch Kira Esports off their guard, and so far they've been successful. So going into round 5 right here will definitely be very interesting, because now the lead is in no one's favor. With that being said, a very similar set of operators being brought out by both the teams. We've got a Thurv on the Valkyrie, Rattler once again on the Wamai, we've got Catched on the Castle, Khajiit on the Smoke, and Deathmer on the Jaeger, as he always is. And pretty standard stuff coming out from Kita Esports, and I know that Foxy pointed out that they're doing something similar to the TSM strat, with almost turning the entire site into a death box for themselves. A gigantic metal death box with triple ADS on the red stairs hallway with a shield and an operator sitting behind said shield.
Attacker's objective is to locate
And
a bomb
it's certainly interesting to see how they're trying to execute with that strat. It worked back in round 1, but in round 4, just the last round that we had right now, it didn't work out for them, as Catched is already very low on HP, and from the sounds of it, was a bit of a missed impact. Like a bad throw, that is. And there we go. We've got IQ, that is Ritz, who's going to be looking for Valkyrie cameras and any other defender utility that may or may not be outside the map, as flashbangs and whatnot are going to be thrown into word side. Skipper's already holding down the CCTV window, and Saiyan is going to be opening up the main wall of CC. No bandit once again from Kita to try and contest that in the slightest, and that is what will give CCTV the CCTV reinforcement away for the Thermite to take full advantage of. A little bit of a hold up in the round because, of course, we've got the attacking team droning away as Sledge makes a very destructive entry into Catwalk right now. And once again, you see the Catwalk window of Garage be reinforced by a castle barricade. And this time, the wall is also reinforced. But we've got Saiyan, the Thermite, who's made his way here with the diffuser. Flashbangs are being thrown towards site, as this, for the most part, is turning out to be a repeat telecast of what we saw back in round 1. Main wall is on the... There are, of course, a few differences, mind you. You know, it's not a full one-for-one repeat, but the diffuser with a hard breach is already close to site as Deathmar's found Ritz. That is a big kill. The IQ is on the board here outside the main door of lobby. Interesting place to go down, as a C4 comes out from a Thurv. Will catch the Thermite with a diffuser as he's sent flying to infinity and beyond. And unfortunately, Saiyan won't be influencing the round with his guns any longer. Skipper's on the first floor. He's going to find Deathmer. That's the Jaeger down, and that's a refrag for the IQ kill earlier. But no, he tries to pick the hatch above stage, and the Thurv will take full advantage of the vertical play right there, as it's all down to a 1v3 right now, as the Thurv took down Beaver, but definitely the noob took down Rattler. Alrighty then, Sledge has found himself in a bit of a clutch situation that he has to try and execute for his team. The Valkyrie goes for the peak, will be taken out for that, and he's gonna go for the rest here. Peaky sees the Sledge, but no, the Smoke, excuse me, and the Sledge will not win that fight. Khajiit will be one to take that, as Kita Esports, once again, off of the back of this strategy, are gonna win round 5. Also, I'd like to point out, I said Smedge. I fused both the SAS operators there.
I was worried about calling the name of Catched. You know, catches somebody off guard. I didn't want to get myself in a tongue twister, but looks like Deathstroke just wants to go with the name of Catched. All right, let's see how that. All right, okay. Let's see how that name catches on, at least while we are casting. A 6-pick ticket being used from Ritz, from the IQ to the IQ.
If you have to ask me, I think it's already caught on.
I walked you into that one. I was definitely expecting that. Thank you for picking that up. Thank you. Great minds think alike. Anyways, with that being said, we'll be seeing Cats bring out the castle barricades once again, and really good heavy emphasis on castle. And alright, for some reason I cannot look at Castle the same way anymore, because the super shorty, he's got the super shorty. He's now rumored to have another panel for himself, as Amar is having a little bit of a Michael Jackson moment. And
Oh dear.
I don't want to make any dark jokes here, but he actually had a Michael Jackson moment. Anyways, the moonwalk is what I was talking about, Blackjack. And the chat, guys.
I mean, you yourself said that you don't want to make a dark joke. Then you say he had a Michael Jackson moment. I don't think you get to save yourself from that one, Foxy.
All right, so with that being said, Rio's request has come in from the side of Kira Esports, but it's a little too late to go into the Rios right now. And with that being said, we will be seeing Kira Esports play in a 4 versus 5 as Amar sadly having
Bomb has been located.
some disconnection issues, sadly. That being said, we'll be seeing Catch holding down alone. Usually we have the Jaeger playing on that area, while Khajiit is actually going to be the one alone on site. You don't do this not when Vector Sports is playing against you. Mind you, it's Vector Sports happens to be a very quick to adapt team, and if they happen to know there's only one player on site, they will straight up rush blindly and solely rely on gunfights. I mean, that is what any team with a sane mind would do, knowing that there's only one person holding down. But we're seeing the melee holes come out from definitely a noob, as he doesn't want to use his ash charges for that. Flashes come out. Finally, the ash charge comes out, as well as that is going to get caught out by the Wamai. Another one comes out to take the shield away. I think he's gotten the shield. His aim was off. Oh boy, definitely a noob. Definitely not something that I was expecting from this man to do, but the smokes are in play as well. Skipper, noticing there's somebody playing, he's going to light him up. Khajiit is going to walk away that burn from Skipper, but he does notice there's somebody playing. Smoke babes come out, but Skipper is already rotated back. Everybody's going to be prone as I speak about it. Athar is going to get himself a pre-play C4, but I actually doubt if somebody is going to make this push happen. Ritz is outside the balcony, but is it a push that Kira is expecting? Sign is already pushed in meanwhile, and the action is going down on site. Khajiit is going to be alone, as this might look like a possible retake situation for the side of Kira Esports. Khajiit still holding down very strong, while Athar is going to go down. Khajiit comes in for the peak, but that is the canister that he tries to throw, and a perfect timing from definitely is going to catch him off guard. Speaking of Catch gets one, but he gets caught out right back from Sion. Vector Sports are going to win on round 6. And look at this comeback, amazing comeback coming in from Vector Sports, as we'll be proceeding into a rehost, as Death Hammer has got to make his way back into the game.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Vector Sports and Kira Esports. Post-rehost on the map of Clubhouse. We are just waiting on all of the players to join in on the lobby, as we've only got 2 players left, one each from VS and Kira Esports. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me, of course, is my co-host, Sam and Foxy, as we are just going to be waiting here for the game, chatting between ourselves and with you guys in the chat for a bit. So, first and foremost, a question for everybody in chat. I'm pretty sure we've all seen the reveal trailer for the new ops and all the leaks that have been coming out recently. So with that being said, let us know who you're looking forward to more, the attacker Ace or the defender, and I forgot her name already because I cannot remember that name for the life of me. But Ace is, of course, easy to remember. I cannot wait personally for the day, and this is an overused joke, mind you, the day Aces gets an ace with Ace. With that being said, we're going to be seeing all of the players sitting in the lobby. They've joined in and are confirming that they are ready. So we are going to be going live with the game right here on the map of Clubhouse between Vector Sports and Akira Esports as we are still, of course, in the season of Void Edge in the Rainbow Six Siege itself and season 2 of the WD Black, the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. 3-3 is the score going in to round 7, which means round 7, that is, of course, in this match. And role swap is in effect, which means VS are in defense and Akira Esports are attacking. And we'll be heading towards second floor CCTV on the match right here. 6-pick comes out from Definitely Noob. He's going to switch out from the Mute into the Valkyrie. And we may or may not see a 6-pick from the side of Kita. Maybe. Nope, doesn't look like it. As we'll be moving right into the game nice and swiftly. It is, of course, an equalizer in the truest sense, since both teams are effectively starting from scratch. And Vector Sports have to adjust to how Kita Esports to make this attack happen, and Kita Esports have to adjust and make improvisations to their attacking plan based on the kind of defense they see Vector Sports pulling out. Vector Sports, of course, they'll have the bandit in play that is Saiyan, right there. And the German operators are in, of course, full flow, not force. And my tongue is not quite supporting me today, but yeah, hopefully we'll get over that as we move on with the rounds in show. We've of course got the double denial of Jaeger and the Wamai coming out from both Ritz and Skipper, and of course Beaver's playing the Castle, who is very, very useful in competitive Rainbow Six currently. We're seeing Definitely a Noob make some lines of sight, some breaches in the wall of Jim, as looks like Kajit has flashed himself. I think he's not forgotten that Buck has, lost his nades, but that first flash might have indicated otherwise. We've already got Catched, who's on the main wall of CCTV, ready to get the hard breach off for his team with the Thermite, of course. And all he's waiting for is the Buck to make his way to Lounge and get the Bandit out of the way for the rest of the team. We've already got a couple breaches on Garage. It looks like Deathhammer has been going to work over there. And Zofia is going to rotate down towards the main door of a lobby on the first floor. And Definitely Noob, he spotted that on the Valkyrie cam that he has out there, watching that Garage wall entryway and main lobby. He's going to position himself next to this prepared window for a jump out. He's going to go for it. Will he find the Zofia, though? He doesn't, and he's forced to come back into the building before he gets spotted by running out, for that matter. Nothing major happening just yet, as Kaja takes a bit of damage already. Then Rattler is also a little low on HP, mind you. Not sure where that came out from, but both attackers have been hit. Bullets, a couple of them here or there. Rattler, of course, has to be a little bit more careful because he's that much closer to death, as Kajit takes a lot of damage. Alrighty then. Again, not sure where this gunfight's going down, but the Valkyrie is definitely keeping his, definitely a noob, excuse me, is keeping his team updated with all of the intel that he gets out of those black eye cameras. Pushing up onto the lounge, he's going to see the fact that there's a castle barricade on stage. Ooh, Deathhammer's going to find one, and Rattler's going to find another. Alrighty then, the bodies are lighting up from the side of Kira Esports on the attack right here, as they have gotten a couple for themselves. And Deathhammer gets another one, make that a triple for Kira Esports, as, oh dear me, Vector Sports is staring down the barrel right here. And it is not a good situation to be in. A 5v2 for Kira Esports, as Hibana and Thermite, both of them are getting their hard breaches done respectively. Definitely the Noob is pushing up the blue stairs right now, as Catched is, he's got the main breach off and he's got the diffuser for his team. So he has to stay alive no matter what for Kira Esports. And of course, there will be plenty of cover from the side of the attacking team as there we go. The flank watch is here, and it's gonna find definitely Nubo's looking the wrong way. And the third is gonna clean up on the skipper as there's a flawless round out from Kira Esports here on round 7 on Clubhouse, giving themselves the lead 4-3 in their favor. 4-3 in the favor of Kira Esports as we are going to be moving into round 8 right here as CCTV is once again the site of choice from the defensive team of Vector Sports right now, and they've pretty much got the same operator selection as they did in the last round. Whether or not that will be what they need, or if they may want to make a few changes, doesn't look like they will, and no 6 picks being confirmed from either team just yet. All right, doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any 6 picks at all for that matter, and we'll be moving swiftly into round 8 with 0 interference from a 6-pick token that would have otherwise, been something interesting, something different, but both teams are just going to opt to bring in the same ops that they had last round. Looks like VS are confident in the operator loadout that they have right now, and so is Kira Esports. But again, Kira Esports won with this set of operators that they have, so of course they'd be very confident about it. Vector Sports, on the other hand, they have come back to CCTV. They've got a similar hold idea from the looks of things. Whether or not that makes them a little bit too predictable for Kira Esports as soon as they find out what VS is doing through their drones remains to be seen. Beaver's going to be putting down his castle barricades, one on the lounge door going into blue stairs, and the other one, of course, on the door from main door, that is. The single door out from the big main door. Lots of doors in this first floor area, through stocks and, of course, lounge. And, yeah, actually, it just hit me. There are a lot of doors. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors off the top of my head that I'm counting. And, Oh, 3 doors in stocks alone. So, that's a lot of doors. But no puns in my mind that I can think of immediately. As there was a valve cam on the pipes in garage. Okay, on top of one of the pipes, I think. Not sure if that's a great one or a bad one because we didn't get to see for too long, of course. But definitely Noob, I think he knows what he's doing. So I'm just going to leave that to him. With that being said, of course, round 8, as Vector Sports want to put a round on board for themselves, equalize with Kira, make sure that they don't allow the attacking team to get away with a round advantage. We've got Zofia breaching into garage already, taking out the default camp, knowing that there's somebody on catwalk. That is the Jaeger right there, who is sitting up there. That's Ritz. He knows that there's somebody inside of garage with him, but there's going to be stuns coming out from Rattler. Jaeger's going to catch both of them, as definitely the Noob is going to find a third. That's a big kill right there. That is one of the hard breachers, Hibana, off the board for the side of the attack. How impactful that kill is going to be remains to be seen, of course, because we still have catched on the Thermite as we've got the Valkyrie once again preparing a little bit of a runner for himself as an ADS catches another piece of utility being thrown in his general direction. A grenade is caught out as well. As is that the last ADS that Jaeger had in his pocket as Skipper gets one, but is refragged onto by Deathhammer instantly. Alrighty then, bodies are being dropped left, right, and center. 3 men have gone down in the attacks in these rounds so far, as Kajit is making his way from central sub-roof towards his new window. But no, there's a runner from Valkyrie. He's going to get taken out from Jim, excuse me. As definitely Noob is going to take that kill nice and happily. A 4v2 right now for Vector Sports to capitalize on. And Kira Esports, they are firmly on the back foot. Deathhammer's watching the lounge, but no, he knows where the Jaeger is, but he's not going to win that because there's another set of shots being fired from lounge itself, as Cash is the only one remaining for the side for the side of Kira Esports. 1v4 for the Thermite as he holds down the angle from the garage door in Kennels right here. And it looks like he's just waiting as his team, that is Kira Esports, are going to take a little bit of time to confirm what they did wrong and make sure that they get their...
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Get their strategies fixed accordingly. Okay, just drops the diffuser. Looks like he's not even going to bother heading into the map, as Vector Sports are definitely going to get a little interested to know where the Thermite is playing. As Catch, he's going to be peeking garage door once again. He knows what the Jaeger is playing, of course, and he's going to go in. Kira Esports don't have any more time to confer, and they're going to make sure that Catch finish off the round. There we go. The kill is confirmed as Beaver cleans up onto the last attacker remaining, catching the Thermite right there. And with that being said, Vector Sports will equalize 4-4 going into round 9, nobody's favor.
Now we'll be finding ourselves at 4-4 once again, as this match is getting all the while more interesting, more exciting, and more spicy, because definitely a 3v3. I was expecting Kira Esports, excuse me. Yeah, actually, I was expecting Vector Sports to be the victor of that, because when it comes down to Clubhouse, we know how defender favored the map is, and getting yourself 3 rounds on board, that was well done by Kira Esports. They could have, excuse me, by Vector Sports. I'm so confused between these names. Excuse me. As we'll be up and running on round 9 here, but right now the score is still equalized on a 4-4 basis. Vector Sports, definitely they've got to make sure they put their rounds on board, at least when they're playing on defense. And definitely, gonna spot out a drone. He's gonna be playing the Vigil. So let's take a quick look at both the operator lineups that are coming up from these teams. The Maestro, the Castle, the Valkyrie, the Vigil, and the Jaeger. Jaeger is pretty much a standard pick on maps like these, and in fact for any map for that matter. As maybe alright. Looks like definitely he's just gonna reinforce that wall. A possible Doki spawn peak, as I like to call it, as you can just establish some bullet holes over here, and they open all the way on the top deck of the warehouse. Anybody who climbs up, as Rattler has just did, gets caught out. But looks like definitely a noob doesn't want to do that. Doesn't want to give away the advantage and the risk of a spawn peak that it involves along with the advantage. All right, definitely already. Actually, he's not going to give. He's not going to pay any heed to what I just said. He's going to make sure that he gets his aggression done outright. He gets tagged a little bit, but he's on this trash can doorway. That is Cyan actually. As yeah, I only call it trash can doorway because there's another kitchen door towards hallway as well, and then again there's trash cans on that doorway. So yeah, that's why I thought he was going to get Ritz. I'm not sure where he's found that kill for himself, but that is definitely going to be a really important frag for themselves. The Jaeger goes down very early. Maestro is going to have to rotate back. Skipper, that is going to be playing the Maestro. Beaver comes out with a deployable cam a little late in the round, but better late than never. San given so much freeway to just rotate freely back, and so will definitely a noob. But the push from Athar has already come in. The Vigil is here for the flank. He gets a few tags along onto Khajiit and Athar, but not enough damage done. Khajiit is instead going to peek onto side. Skipper is here to get another frag for himself, but he knows the push from blue is imminent. He gets another frag, tries to light up the Zofia, but doesn't find the sled so far. Death Hammer making his push happen from the side of construction, or he's going to catch the Maestro out. In fact, it's all down to definitely a noob, and Rattler is here in fact to shut him down as Kira Esports get themselves this round on board. That is on the attacking side of Clubhouse in the way. Oh boy, Rattler, what are you doing? Not spotting the Vigil until the very end. But then again, one thing we've got to point out is the way Clubhouse has been played on the terms of play style and how both these teams have been playing out, and a sad disconnection once again comes in from Death Hammer. It's really bad, really sad as well. So that being said, we'll be proceeding into round 10 with a 4v5 situation, while Kira Esports sit on the advantage in terms of the round count, but definitely not in terms of man count. Let's see how that works out for them, because like I said, taking a look at the standings as well, let me just look back for a very brief second.
Defenders,
As I just turn through my pages, one thing we've got to notice here is that the play styles I was talking about. On this league so far, we've seen Clubhouse being a little, I would say, mildly favored on both sides. It's the skill saturation and the meta saturation for that matter has been a little moderate, but then just statistically speaking, attack rounds have been proven influentially amazing for almost every single team that has played in this league so far. And Clubhouse, that is known to be a defender favored map, looks like the way the Indian community likes to play it makes it all the while more attacker favored. And I don't say this from this single match, in fact, as we've been seeing only Clubhouse. We've been seeing Clubhouse for quite a lot. Clubhouse and Cafe, definitely they've been up in the tally for the WD Black, the Esports Club League. Then again, we have a Villa thrown around here and there sometimes. I think that is pretty much it. I really do not remember casting any other map except these three. Definitely, I do remember, but you know, just for the sake of trying to emphasize on the fact of how much these maps are getting played here. So that being said, I still haven't looked back on my notes. Actually, I just you see what I did there. I just bought myself time and not utilize that as well. Exactly what I do in game. That being said, we'll be seeing Skipper go for an impact trick and he's going to be successful. Another one comes out, but that is only for the additional pellets that the Hibana Athar has taken out for himself. Knock knock, the Hibana says, but I think that should go down. No, it won't. A very good use of the impact, but that is both the impacts taken out. Oh, Arthur is going to spot the bandit out. Experience coming in from the Hibana here, knowing exactly where that bandit is going to peek from, is going to get him. But definitely a noob is going to stop Khajiit. That is going to be our bot taken out the board. A 4 versus 3 now. The man gun that was brought back on the board for the side of Kira is shifted right back in the hands of Vector Sports, as Cats is not going to be doing much contribution to his team except for watching flanks. And mind you, that is a very good contribution for that matter. We'll still be seeing Catch hold this game, hold this angle down. Rattler, excuse me, making his way through the construction site. He's got himself. Oh boy! Simon, I cannot believe he lost that fight. The smoke babes come out, but it's not enough to stop the Zofia. Rattler definitely has to worry about the Maestro cam. Meanwhile, definitely he's going to get another excuse me, another frag for himself. That is going to be Catch. Athar sprinting into the hallway. He's going to win that fight. All right, Hibana, a 2 versus 2 now. Rattler making his way through construction. He is expecting somebody to play in blue, but doesn't want to overpeak this. He doesn't know where it's playing. It's only a matter of time till Red spots him out. He knows where the Zofia is pushing in from. Rattler does get spotted out. Just to move back, Ritz comes in with a pre-fire, but he's going to get tagged along. In fact, he loses that fight. What? Can Esports win this round? Oh boy! What the sports? What are you doing? Kia Esports are going to win that with a man disadvantage when this match started out on a 4 versus 5, as we will be seeing ourselves sitting on match point and going to a 6-4. Right, well, looks like Kira is asking for a rehost, and looks like Vector Sports is going to be giving their rehost. Look at that. Amazing sportsmanship coming in from Vector Sports. Much respect for the boys, definitely, as they are sitting on the deficit of a match point. Kira Esports is just 1 round away from snatching the victory away from them. But guess what? Vector Sports have such a big heart, such a wholesome team this is. And they're going to award their rehost and permit Kira Esports to get their last player back in the lobby. And we'll be back in just a moment with the rehost.
Alrighty then.
It looks like we just had we just had a awkward crossover. Anyways, Blackjack, please, the mic is yours. It's always been yours. Yes.
Yeah, that's all. It's all right. I apologize for butting in right there, but welcome back everybody to the match between Vector Sports and Kira Esports right here on the map of Clubhouse. As the current round score, of course, post rehost is 6-4 in favor of Kira. They sit on match point, 1 round away from victory, and Vector Sports need to win 2 rounds back to back, which will be rounds 11 and 12 if they want to push for overtime. Foxy, shifting over to you real quick, do you think we might see overtime from VS, or is this a GG's?
We might as well see overtime. I mean, I definitely don't want to
Defenders,
underestimate
protect your bombs
VS.
from being defused
Potential
by
on this team has been amazing. We've seen them make strategies on the go. Just mid-round